Continuing to tackle the 3-note per string sequence, we're going to play on the top 3 strings, the high E, the B, and the G string. We're going to start out in the 11th position, and we're going to progress down the neck in whole steps, whole tone scale if you want to call it that, and we're going to end up in the 1st position. So what's going to happen is we're going to have 2 different approaches. We're going to start out with a pull-off approach that's going to utilize a certain fingering scheme for these 3-note per string sequences, and then we'll go down a whole step and utilize only pull-offs for another approach for how we're going to finger those 3-note per string sequences. And then we'll continue that pattern that I just talked about, and we'll take it all the way down to the 1st position. So let's take a close look and see what's going on. So starting out in the 11th position, we're going to start out with a 1-2-4 double whole step, and we're going to play a succession of hammer-ons. We're kind of going to go back to the single instance approach, where we attack a note and play 1 legato instance. So what we're always going to do is play the outside of the 3-note per string sequence, meaning the lowest note to the highest note. So in this case, that's going to be 11th fret to 15th fret, which is a 2 whole step span. Then you're going to play the middle note. Now we're going to go down to the 2nd string, and we're going to play what's going to end up being a chopped up whole step, half step sequence with 1-2-3 approach. And again, highest, the outside notes, let's call them that, and then the inside notes. Then we will come down to the 3rd string and play what will be a chopped up half step, whole step sequence with a 1-2-3 fingering approach again. So think of it this way. The 2nd finger is the middle finger the whole time. It's like the anchor finger. Since I'm doing hammer-ons, all my single instances are played with a downstroke. Okay, I'm going to shift down to the 9th position. I'm going to go down a whole step from where I just was, and I'm going to play this time with pull-offs. So I'll switch to upstrokes, and I'll also start off with my 2 whole steps being approached with a 1-3-4. So this time the 3rd finger is going to play anchor. We'll continue that outside-inside thing. And we'll come down to the 2nd string and again play the same sequence we did before in the 2nd string, which is whole step, half step, except this time it's 1-3-4. With that outside-inside thing. Then come down to the 3rd string and again play half step, whole step, but this time with 1-2-4. So we played 2 sequences. One started with hammer-ons, the next one used pull-offs, separated by a whole step. From the pull-off zone, we will go down to the 7th position and play all hammer-ons, and then down a whole step, play all pull-offs, and then we'll do it again. Come down a whole step, all hammer-ons, and then all pull-offs. Once you get down to there, you'll come all the way back up, and you'll loop it, and you'll keep going through. So this is a great way, yet again, to exercise all of the possibilities for playing 3-note per string instances. And I can't stress enough how important it is to be able to play all the possibilities that there are, and to do it in a way that's thoughtless. You shouldn't be thinking about when to do what. It should just be something that you do when you need to do it. And the only way to get to that point is to have all of them feeling good. And that takes a lot of time and a lot of work. But that's what we're here to do, work. Okay, so we're going to start out with 60 beats per minute. We're going to drill for 4 minutes, and we're going to do that work. So I'll see you over there.